the channel. Number one today is looking at these kind of things. Yeah, big diesel old Volkswagens, I know, but it's all about van life, you know. And do I consider something of this nature, which goes against my grain, van life and motorhomes? Being an EV evangelist, as I get called, do I need to get on board? I don't know, I can budget for it. I need something to do this spring and summer. So this is the post. As an EV supporter and not buying fossil fuel for nearly over 2 years now, because of this baby, and those being free, do I need to start spending big money on something that pollutes, something that's possibly going to be a diesel, and something that I no longer really believe in? Van life and motorhomes. Do I need one? Should I buy one? This time of year I really hate. But then you're thinking, you're not far off summer. So this is what's brought me onto this post I'm doing now regarding considering, and I mean only considering, an RV. So it got me to thinking, where do you search first? Where do you look first if you want an RV or a motorhome? Now look, this is mainly, you know, my channel is mainly pro EV, pro electric. Now on this one I've got to even agree that I have no choice on the matter, because of it being early days in the electric transition over to full electric vehicles for everything. That goes for boats, trains, you name it, cars and RVs. And it's going to happen. It will happen. And even in my lifetime, and I'm getting old, dudes, you know, but whatever. So I thought to myself, well, where do I go? Where do I look? Lightbulb moment, Auto Trader. Now, stuff on here, you've got your traditional motorhomes, you've got your weekend day vans, as the Americans call them, and all sorts, and there's lots to pick from. Nice modern American RVs, which in my eyes are the best, but not so much best value for money, but they are the best, you know, period. They offer more luxury than most others, more space inside, everything. So let's have a look at one, shall we? Yeah. 34,000, it's a 2005 according to this, and it's being sold at a dealer. So let's have a look. Yeah, not so happy about the tartan interior, but okay, nice driving position. Okay, well, where's the slide outs then? Because at this money it should have some slide outs, and being a 2005, excuse me, slide outs were quite common. 0 slide outs, and he still wants £35,000. Well, whoever you are, sorry if you're watching this, but I think you're well over the top. Looks reasonably clean, I'll grant him that, and I suppose everything works. But you don't buy one of these things without slides. What is the point? You know, those slides, one that side and one in the bedroom, would have been tremendous, and at that money with slides, I'd have gone maybe. You think to yourself, well, do you do your own van? And that's something else I'll cross over as we go into this post. So just look at a few more here. Okay, here's one here, look. This is a Georgia boy, 8.1 V8. Sounds massive, don't it? This is more around the money, 23,999, so it's not badly priced. 35,000 miles according to that. So let's have a look at these then. Yep, lovely size. Perfect size that, because it's reasonable in length, and you'll be able to park that on a lot of RV sites and parks, no questions. Got all the amenities. Look, that looks okay, that actually. Got LPG, which is excellent, no problem there. So with the LPG, don't forget, first of all, you're going to be able to run it a lot cheaper, and secondly, you're not doing as much damage to the environment. You're burning a gas rather than actually burning fossil. I know it's a fossil fuel, don't get me wrong, but the emissions off an LPG system or engine is less than most diesels, and even less than most petrols. So you are better off with LPG, and purely on cost as well. The only thing that puts me off this straight away is that I'm not quite sure, but if you look, I don't know if you can see this closely enough, on the bodywork there's bubbles. That to me looks like it's delaminating. What that is, it's moisture behind the laminates, the outer skin to the inner skin, and so it pushes the outer skin out. And I've always vowed I would never ever buy a motorhome that is delaminating, because once you get it, you just cannot get rid of it, and it's super expensive to get repaired. So it got me to thinking, how much am I going to need to actually invest in an RV to be comfortable, to be decently good on fuel, to be as green as possible, and that, you know, that will do it for me, and also for it to look decent. At the end of the day, you're living in it, aren't you? So, you know, and my other half will not live in rubbish. So the weekend day van could be a possibility, as long as it's got all the amenities. We're going to go nipping out to Gunthorpe, which sells motorhomes. It's about 40 minutes away, something of that nature, 35 minutes away. And we'll see what they've got, have a look round. We know they're going to be too expensive to even consider buying, but it'll give you an idea of what I'm up against on this video regarding purchasing or thinking of purchasing a motorhome or an RV. Problem is with it, it's not very cost effective to own one. Sit there on their arses doing note most of the time, but we're going to go anyway to Gunthorpe. I'll switch this back on when we get there, and we'll do a bit of a filming of a few. Like that. And across. They've even now got, whoa, don't know where they've come from. I never knew they had them before, but hey ho, we'll get in, have a look, see what it's all about, chase it from there. Just going to go down here and have a quick look at these. I call them day vans. Just look at the prices of some of these, are incredible. 66,000 high trail. Then you've got the Heimers, £71,000, brand new, and the Ducato Swift, 51,000. So that one's better. But 71 grand, people, you've got to put some weekends in to get your money back on that. And there's the full spec. But again, I'm asking myself, even 20, 25 grand, do I need to? Do I want to? Hey ho. I definitely want to have a transporter. I can't see me going this route, not big enough. So, car park's reasonably busy. We'll get in and have a look around. Oh, we're inside now. Just asked the lady if it's fine to film, and she says yes. This is more us, me, but you know, it's big money. Nice, huh? 69,000, sunlight. There's the sheet. What I would class an A-class. But yeah. Nice swivel seats in the front, Fiat based of course, so it'll be a diesel. 2 more seats in here, kitchen area, oven, and then your bedding, obviously. Sorry it's a bit dark in here, but there's the bedding, and that pulls out, slides this way to give you a nice large bed, and then the ladder can go up. Plenty of cupboards, fridge, freezer, and then obviously you've got another bed here. Sunlight. So yeah, again, I don't know, there's a nice little seat here I didn't see. I can't see any air conditioning, any roof aircon. We'll have a cab aircon, but hey ho, very nice. This one, this is again another Heimer, Mercedes-Benz based. Let's have a look. Electric step, I guess. You can either have them as 2 singles, or have to come forward, I guess, to make a double. Okay, TV there, which would obviously travel around that way. Right, let's go and have a look at another one. Well, had masts on in there, took them off now. Just having a quick look at the used ones out here. No American ones at all, apart from the Airstreams they've got across the way there. It's a little Swift 60,000, look. Price to be announced. These must be the 2022 models, so-called titanium premium. I don't know if any are open. No. Oh, 67 plate here, freestyle, plastic windows again. You know, I thought we'd come forward a bit, but we obviously haven't. Hey ho. A lot more. Oh hello, there's one here. This must be a off-roader, because look how high that is at the front. Yeah, this is a 4x4 version, as you can see. Again, Mercedes based. Heimer, of course. But again, it's quite high off the back, you can see, big gap. That's why it's the 4x4. Yeah, I suppose you can get into a few more places you couldn't with previously with it. Right, we'll get in and catch up with Deborah across here and we'll have a look round. $69,000. Based on the Ford. It's nice and open at the front. Seats 6 actually, because I bet that don't swivel. Maybe wrong, but that one does. Automatic, my god, automatic. Double bed in a separate. Yeah, it has. That's better. Separate shower. Nice bed. Yeah, that's better, isn't it, by a long way. And then cool fridge freezer then. Tiny, yeah, box freezer, but yeah, fridge, cool. TV would go there. Obviously got blinds on everything and whatever. Yeah, quite well finished. Lockable. There you go. Should open it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like, and these tables are good because that will just push that way, and then that folds out like that. Gear a big double table in the middle. Yeah, a demo. Just makes you again. I just don't get it because there's on these British ones. There's no roof aircon. You know, for this price, why is there not roof aircon? Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, not bad on the thickness. Not as thick as a lot of American ones. American ones are 40-50mm thick. But hey, you probably wouldn't use it in the winter anyway. So that's the demo. Again, Ford based, but they take the Ford badge off and put their own on. Strange how you can instantly see the cheaper variant by like 15 grand. Just entered one of the roof ups. I have a problem with these because for the money I just don't get it. This is your bed, obviously. It will go down as a double bed, pull out and slide up and whatever. But then you've got no toilet, you've got no facilities hardly. Very small cooking and sink. For the price I just don't get it. I really don't get it. But hey ho, a lot of people like them. On the road at 50 grand. But it don't do it for me, I'm afraid. Very limited what you can do with them and where you can go, how long you can stay out in them, because they've just not got the amenities. Again, same deal, you know. Not many creature comforts. Another reason why I wouldn't bother with a weekend day van type thing. Hey ho. This is called a cliff. Wet room, yeah, but it is, at least it's got it. Basically the same as I've just shown you in all the caravan, all the units. Just a double bed in the back. Bit of storage space across the top. I suppose these seats will swivel round. Small table that folds out. And bit of storage at the top. And that's your lot. Electric step in and out. Fiat based, of course. 2.3 diesel. Called a Sunlight. So we'll go across and finish on the most expensive one they've got here. Oh, there's the Airstream. Cool. I'll have a good look at that in a moment. This is the Globetrotter XLI, as you can see, and a nice big spacious storage facility. Got our electric bikes in there, no problem. But again, it's the nearest thing they've got to an American unit. Bed, and it is a separate room. You can switch it off. £130,000, so you do expect some nice bits, and yeah, it's, you know, it's finished off quite well. Another pull down bed, nice sitting area, quite big. I like the pretend marble finish, which is nice. And then, like I say, far better. Oh yeah, proper shower room with door, glass door that comes around here. Nice bed area, bit of storage. Then of course you've got your separate toilet and sink. So yeah, but it is £130,000. Let's get that right. It is a lot of money for what is a European motorhome, and again, hopefully it's got air conditioning. I would like to think it has at this money. Roof aircon, please say it has. I can't see any, but hey ho, it is what it is. Okay, Airstream, it is accompanied viewing only, so we're not going to go in, but I will pop my camera inside just to give you a quick look. Very well finished, very nice. But yeah, false leather diner, very wearable flooring, nice fridge freezer, and this will have must have air conditioning. So yeah, that's your Airstream, £88,000, and this will be electric, I guess, on the awning side. And there you go. You see the reflection of that? Brand new 604 Tourer, 88 grand. Many travelled through the US. First time I've seen a fair few actually for sale at a UK dealership. Just off the course, I've just come out and this is all the air conditioners, and hey, there you've got first one I've ever seen, a Mopar American Charger. Wow, actual Mopar Charger, dual. So, wow, that's the first one I've ever seen of those. And Genie Mopar. Cool. Changing the style of things completely, we come outside to the caravan section. Travel. Top of the lady behind me. Be surprised. Read this up, I'm going to fall. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look. Alright. High style. Is it cool? Yes. They've all got these. I wonder how much long these would last, these plastic latches. But yeah, looks alright. And bathroom. Oh right, yeah. A bit better. I am surprised. Toilet, which obviously you can shut the door. This is a very much pinched off the American style. Yeah, this is how a lot of American fifth wheelers are. But yeah, that's more me, no doubt about it. Happily spend a week in this. Low. But yeah, I'm not making this one about caravans, it's just that this is a bit of an exception to the rule. Separate shower, which is cool. Again, bit placky, bit feeble when you're paying 30 grand. Yeah, it will be grill and oven. But actually you've got, look, it's got single electric and 3 gas burner, so you've got both. Yeah, nice microwave. Yeah, this is a lot better, but you want it to be at £30,000. And I'm not being negative every time I mention a price, it's just that they just shock me how much these things are. I think that's going to about wrap this up. So thanks to Lowdhams for letting me film. Thank you for the lady at reception. And we'll go back out now. As soon as you get out, what do you see? Another Tesla. That's what I want, Model 3. That'll do. Well, we're back from Lowdham. Was it worth the trip? Yeah, I think so. A bit of an eye-opener. And by the way, couldn't find anywhere open for a latte. Disgusted. Sure they didn't even have a cafe at Lowdham. I might be wrong, but we didn't go upstairs, so hey. Back to it. The idea of going across there was to see if we could get some idea of prices on new. And it seems to me that new is well out of my league. Even for European stuff, I would sooner have a 5-year-old used American RV with slide outs and roof air and everything else, and thicker sidewalls and full all year round insulation, than I would a brand new Euro home without those things. But that's just me, people are different. Has it swayed me to think about buying one? Wow, I'll let you know further into this video, in this post. At the moment, I don't think so. I'm still pretty much anti-fossil fuel, and you know, until an electric one comes out. But I won't dwell on that, because I've done that before, and I've spoke about electric motorhomes a couple of times on a couple of previous posts, which you'll see if you look in. If you've been an EVer for all this time, for 3 years without buying fossil fuel, would you then buy a motorhome just for weekend use? Anyway, let's get back to it. Here we have a guy who's just spent £5,500 on his 28 grand motorhome. New gearbox, plus a service, and maybe some tiny little other things chucked in while he was there at the garage. £5.5 grand, people. Don't let anybody ever say to me that, oh, your battery pack's going to fail in 5 to 8 years time and it's going to cost you a fortune. Well, I'd sooner put that 5.5 grand back in a so-called broken battery pack into an EV than I would spend 5.5 grand on a reconditioned gearbox and a service on a diesel motorhome that I'm only going to use at weekends. This is the point where I really struggle. Do I spend 25 to 30 grand on a motorhome when I know, fossil fuel cars are quite unreliable in comparison to EVs? So I don't care if my battery pack lasts another 4 or 5 years and it cost me 5 grand to put it right, because I know that's the only thing that normally could go wrong, and that's if it does, according to you fossil heads. But to buy a motorhome at 28 grand when the guy's just spent £5,500 on it, is that secure enough for me? I don't know. What's going to happen next? Engine blow up? Another 3.5 grand for a diesel reconditioned unit and all the bits and bobs that go with it? Plus the servicing costs? Plus the fuel costs, which is now heading towards 170 a litre. It's twisting my melon. I really don't know which way to go on this, and this is why I've done this video, to put my thoughts into it and basically ask how you would feel, especially if you're an EV fanatic or an EV car owner. Do you really want these extra costs of a fossil fuel car? I don't know. Okay folks, we're getting down now to the nitty gritty. Do you do your own van to save money? Now a decent high-top van, as it says there, is going to cost you between 10 and 14k. You might get one cheaper. Your insulation, your quality materials and everything else between 3 and 5k. All depends how good you want it to be and look. Of course, you've got possible solar that I would definitely have on, and lithium batteries. So I put 2k for that to cover a nice setup. And then of course you've got to fit it. Then of course you've got mains, electrics, hookup, gas fittings and water. I've put about £1 grand to cover that cost. It can be between 10 and 20 grand to do your own thing there, folks. 10 would be a reasonably low grade one. 20 would be a real nice one. Well, I suppose it's time to summarise what this has come to and how I feel about motorhomes, RVs, especially diesel ones. I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be rushing in to buy a new motorhome. That's for definite. Don't get me wrong, some at Lowdhams that you've seen on here were very nice. There was one which was Ford based, the Adamo with the end bedroom thing. That was my favourite, but again, at 60k, whatever it was, I don't want to put that money into what is a diesel fossil fuel car or truck or van or whatever, or vehicle should I say, purely because I just don't see it longevity of getting anywhere near that money back in maybe 5 years time. I think they'll decrease a lot in value. So I've gone off that idea. The idea of an American motorhome is still in the background, purely because I can get LPG and petrol with that. I don't think I'd buy one without LPG, one because of the expense and two because of the emissions out of it. But the third one that comes to mind, and maybe the way out of this for me if I want to go RVing, forget the camper van thing, I'm not going to do one. I've decided I'm not going to buy a van and do it myself. I don't see the point of putting between 15 to 20 grand, because I'd want a nice one. I'd like top quality gear in it and everything else, and by the time you've done it and put all the labour into it, which would take me a good 3-4 months to do, I think it's just a complete waste of time. So I'm not going that route. So the only real route I've got left is maybe the travel trailer / caravan route. That caravan I saw up at Lowdhams, although 30,000, I did like the layout on that. I like the end bedroom. And with a caravan, of course, I can then pick what I want to use to tow it. So I could get a smallish V6 or whatever petrol unit with LPG in a vehicle, be it a medium-sized SUV or a pickup truck or something of that nature. So that's another way out of doing it, and probably the best one for me. I don't know. I know her indoors, she doesn't like the idea of having a caravan again or a travel trailer. She would prefer a motorhome, and deep down so would I. So that's it people, that's where I am. Not going to buy a new, not going to buy diesel for definite. Might buy a petrol with LPG, and if not, I'll go caravan and a small tow vehicle. Any comments you want to do, drop below, please do. Sign up, give me the thumbs, analytics help no end. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe. I think that's about covers everything. Oh yeah, keep watching. Later.